Technical discussion on knife thrust. Always parry with the outer side of the hand. Always follow up with the other hand to control. Feel the reaction of the attacker. Flow with his reaction. Execute techniques appropriately through the flow. There must be a slight forward force to engage the attacker's arm. The other hand must follow up fast to restrict the opponent. What comes out from the combat situations, just respond accordingly. It can be just strikes, but better chin-na for submission. Technical discussion on knife slash. For slash above the neck or face level, use fa sao. To intercept and simultaneously apply slight forward energy and follow up with appropriate techniques immediately. Low bong sao application. After intercepting with the low bong sao, follow up with the lap sao and fa sao simultaneously, or referred to in this case as sai keng sao. You can use a bu sao or finger thrusting strike if you are trained. Then effectively disarm and counterattack seamlessly. Disarming is yet another skill to master. Make use of the opposite reaction force. Example, pull the knife out from the attacker when he is falling. The falling gravity make the pulling out much easier. Bad reactions. Do not intercept with the inside of the arms, as you will get cut when the attacker pull back the knife. However, if you have responded that way, make sure that is forward pressure applied on the attacker arm, and flow with the energy. Follow up with takedown immediately, controlling the weapon arm at all time, giving urgency to disarm the attacker as soon as possible. Disarming is an important skill to develop for knife defense. As sooner you can disarm, the safer you will be. A high-skill art. Knife defense is definitely not for any layman. At all time, get out of the situation as soon as possible. As the probabilities of getting cut are too high, every reaction you make can also be countered by the attacker, as the speed of attacks are normally too fast for you to react. Unless you are very well trained and intuitive, with good proprioceptive awareness, timing, and tactile sensitivity, which can be realized only having multiple skill and very good foundation training like syncing energy, understanding how to manipulate the attacker's stability, able to use efficient biomechanics, and lots of realistic training. Drilling, play fighting, reflecting, and refining your response. Having like-minded training partners, willing to give and take, then you can have the opportunity to improve your skill. Good follow-up techniques are imperative, as you must train to finish the fight as soon as possible. Control of a weapon hand. Once you are able to grab the weapon arm, immediately grip the hand part that holds the weapon. If you have a good strong grip, you can manipulate the wrist joint, using it to affect the other joints, creating opportunity to strike and disarm. But counterattack with discretion. All these are just theories, until you keep practicing and refining, until you understand biomechanics, until you master certain relevant skill. In such training, don't train like sparring. Real knife attacks do not happen that way. To understand knife attack scenarios are another study, as psychological, emotional, and situational factors are to be looked into. You yourself must be calm and stable, but it is easier said than done. So for a start, learn the techniques first. Understand the safety distance, response time, how much the attack can penetrate, and the action or movement of the attacker. The penetration depth is often missing in training, as normally the training partner does not commit fully, and therefore the penetration depth is not realistic. So your reaction is questionable and inaccurate. How to ton or swallow. It is important to learn this to counter the thrust attack. It is a safer way to get out of range and yet engaging with the attacker, and execute techniques appropriately according to the available opportunity. Turn, shift and defend simultaneously.